Good morning. Good morning. My name is Rodney Glover. I'm the candidate for governor of Florida. And I want to talk to you about House Bill 1471. It's the bill that's going to allow, because it's so vague, that it's going to allow individuals in our state of Florida to declare you a domestic terrorist. This is going to push right up against the freedom of speech. You may say, I have freedom of speech. Well, under 1471, which has passed the Civil Justice and Claims Subcommittee and also the Education and Employment Subcommittee, in as of 2/11/2026, it's at the Judiciary Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, this bill is so vague. What it's going to do is it's going to allow 5 politicians to label any organization a domestic terrorist. No citizen vote, no jury, no clear standards. The problem too is they don't differentiate in the bill between whether or not it's protesters, whether or not it's just regular activists. The bill just doesn't say. So it can be anybody that says, hey, there's a problem, and you get a following that recognizes that problem, including myself. Right now, I am saying that the problem we have is that we don't have control over our elected officials. If more people start looking up what I'm putting out and agreeing that we do need more control over our elected officials so they don't get to put out laws like 1471, then I can be considered a terrorist for telling you, because I'm creating a movement, I can be considered or labeled a terrorist for telling you that you need more control, that right now you don't have that control. This is why these things are important. This should have never passed those first 2 subcommittees. But the people that you're electing, they want you to not be able to speak. They're not saying corporations and companies can't influence you. They're saying regular people can't influence you to not do something, not the people who keep paying them. I said this yesterday. It is either everybody is for this, because it's very complicated for me to get you to go to glover2026.com, download a petition that you can go to the library to print out if you don't have a printer. Most libraries, because it's a single sheet of paper, will let you print that single sheet for free. So whatever reason you have to keep things the way they are, that's what we're looking for in the comments. I don't care whether you need to comment on my Instagram. I don't care whether you need to comment on my YouTube or this TikTok or my X account. You comment wherever you need to tell me that, hey, you're so okay with what's going on right now that you never want things to change, that you never want to be better. You do not want better rent. You do not want better insurance. You do not want to see your electricity bills start to make sense, even though we know that we passed, that the people we elected passed a law that says that your electric bill will go up by itself. It doesn't matter what you do. It's going up anyway every year. That bill's been passed. What is it gonna take? Now we're looking at passing a bill that's already went through 2 committees to say that if you say something that is against the state government, that you can automatically, because these people, if it gets large enough, can say you're a terrorist. Now, before we start fighting that, before it gets fought, you're still gonna go to jail. You're still gonna have a record. And that's if we find out about you, because we also keep passing laws in the state of Florida that say that if something is happening and you get too close and someone tells you to move, that's it for you. Now you're arrested. So we're putting more restraints, more constraints on regular citizens than we're trying to regulate the people who are caught doing the wrong things. And I'm having the hardest time getting people to take these petitions down to the supervisors of elections office on your own. So you need to start telling me that you are okay with everything that's going on. You need to tell me that you don't mind high rent. You don't mind the way the insurance is. You need to start saying that so I understand, because I am out here pleading with you to help me better our futures by giving you more power over the people who would pass this in the first place. Because I'm telling you, if we had the ability to recall those individuals that were in the Civil Justice and Claims Subcommittee and those individuals that were in the Education and Employment Subcommittee, I would have started an initiative to recall them, because clearly they don't have our best interests at heart. If we're still assuming that we should not have vague language because we keep putting lawyer type people in these positions and they keep presenting bills that are so vague that you can touch them anywhere. That means that you can get a child that says, hey, I don't like the way our government is, and call that child because of their learning and their interpretation to call them a terrorist now? You mean to tell me we can't make sure that that isn't written in a bill, but we are holding these individuals to such a high vernacular, such a high institutionalized educational level that they can still write such vague bills? Absolutely not. We should have had a means to remove them. And that is why I'm running for governor of Florida, to give you the means to remove them. You want to put vague bills up? We don't want people who aren't clear and concise running the government. We do not want ambiguity running the government where everybody can have a perspective and there is no clarity. Needs to stop. That's why I'm very clear. I'm running for governor so you can fire everybody. So you can fire everyone. If there's a problem, get them out of there. This means that the standards, the values, the morals, the ethics, the integrity that it takes to run for office, you better come stepping with it. Because if you don't, the citizens are going to recognize you are not doing the right thing and they are going to get you out of there. That's why I'm running for governor of Florida. You guys got to help out. You got to go to Glover2026.com and put in the petition. It gives me the greater chance of winning, the greater chance. The less chance is if you don't do it by June. If I don't get 120 counties, that's 1,200 people per county, that's 144,000 petitions put in. I have to rely on individuals writing my name, and I couldn't rely on you to write your own name. That makes it really difficult. So help me help us. You guys have a good day.